This is SportsCenter at night.
They have the best records in the American League, but who will come out on top? The Baseball Tonight crew on the Astros, Twins, and Yankees power rankings. The Raptors struggle to close out the Bucks. Michael Wilbon live from Toronto. Does Kawhi have anything left after 52 minutes? He'll talk with Steve Levy. And Brooks Koepka wins another major, his 4th and 8th starts. Let's do it.
I'm just glad we didn't have to play anymore.
Too hot, too prime, home run Rizzo.
Let's do SportsCenter. Let's start with the NBA Game 3 Eastern Conference Final. Milwaukee up 2-0 coming into tonight's game. And Milwaukee 10-1 overall leaves in the playoffs coming into this one, which was a classic marathon.
No one would be surprised that Toronto wins this game on their home court, where they've obviously been very good. It's how they won the game that is rather surprising, and in the length of time as well. Here we go. There are the full highlights, in case you might be watching something else. Giannis would struggle into the third quarter, gets the rebound off the Kawhi miss, and then trying to dribble through traffic, and that's not going to work. Marc Gasol forced the turnover, then Bledsoe to Giannis, and that's a travel. Will go the other way, and then Giannis just not able to keep it going or really get it going. He had 6 points through 3 quarters, his lowest total through 3 quarters this postseason. But still a 2-point game after 3. Less than 2.5 to play in the 4th. Leonard hits the mid-range jumper. Watch it again. Kawhi spots up, and that's just perfect. Raptors take the lead 93-91. Less than a minute remaining. Bucks down 4. Van Vliet. Fred misses the 3. Giannis to Malcolm Brogdon. Quick. Nice reverse. Lay it up and in. Bucks down 2. Ensuing Raptors possession now. Bucks double Leonard. That's always a good idea. Gets the Van Vliet. Fred misses that one. Giannis the board. Bucks going the other way. Chris Middleton was going for the win right there and misses. Bucks forced a foul. Pascal Siakam. Siakam was excellent all night. As you see, Middleton's shot can't get it to go. So Siakam was really outstanding, except at the free throw line here. Clank. Misses the second, too. What's going on? Siakam 0 for 2. Bucks call timeout. 7.1 seconds remaining. Bucks looking to get a good shot. Here's Middleton. Drives baseline. First shot blocked. Gets the rebound. There's your second effort. So the Bucks tie it up with 2.2 seconds left in regulation. We go to overtime. And more than one. Multi-overtime. Raptors up 2. Leonard. Friendly mid-range roll there. Raptors up by 4. Here's Brogdon. The fake. Drive. Floater. Drops. Bucks down 2. Less than 25 seconds remaining. Still a 2-point game. Kawhi the miss. George Hill the rebound. Brogdon to Hill. And Hill drives. He's fouled on his way to the basket. Now Hill would sink both free throws. We're tied at 103. Here's Kawhi. End of the first overtime. Chance to be the hero. Pretty good luck there. And it's not going to go. We go to double overtime. Just the 5th conference final game to go to multi-overtime in NBA playoff history. Siakam, the drive at Giannis. Draws the blocking foul. The free world thought that was a charge. Charge! Giannis fouls out of the game there. 12 points, 23 rebounds. Less than 4 minutes to go. Eric Bledsoe turns it over. Raptors going the other way. Leonard throws down the big flush. You see Kawhi is grimacing there. Leonard is playing throughout the entire game, really from start to finish. What appeared to be a ton of pain. The Raptors were up 3. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here's Leonard. The steal. He just wants it more. Goes the other way and throws it down. Raptors go up 112-109. Less than a minute remaining. Bucks down 2. Siakam, the huge block on the defensive end on Brook Lopez. And the Raptors go the other way. Here's Kawhi. In some trouble. In big trouble. And he's out of trouble. Great move in the layup. What a sequence. Siakam. Defense at one end. Leonard down at the other. Kawhi at 36. The Raptors win. They're alive in the series. Here's Giannis Antetokounmpo, new on SportsCenter.
Obviously, they changed their matchup. Try not to think about it too much, but whenever I try to make a play, I saw that they were showing bodies. There was a second guy there. But at the end of the day, I gotta, not focus on who's guarding me and just, keep making plays. Our team is special, and even though their leaders had a bad night, they were able to send this game in double overtime. So, as I said earlier, I'm excited about this team. This team is really special. I'm glad that I'm part of this team. Everybody's really, really hungry. And we got one more game here in Toronto. Game 4, we got to come out, be aggressive, try to eliminate our mistakes as much as possible, try to make that stuff as we can on Kawhi, and hopefully we can win the game.
After defending just 3 of Giannis' shots in the first 2 games of the series, Kawhi Leonard held the Greek Freak just 1 for 9 shooting in Game 3. Giannis was 4 of 7 shooting against everybody else, but really struggled with Kawhi in his face. That's the underrated part of Kawhi Leonard. Everyone knows the great offensive player. He's a top-notch defensive player league-wide as well. As we head up to Toronto, and we're joined there by Michael Wilbon. And, of course, Giannis is going to get all the headlines, but if you look, the Bucks got 0 points in both overtimes from Giannis, Middleton, Bledsoe, and Mirotic. I mean, how could you possibly win a game like that? And Toronto does, but Giannis, again, will get the headlines. What was your take on his effort there tonight, Michael?
Well, Steve, I'm going to give most of the credit to Toronto's defense. Nick Nurse talked before the game about having to come up with something different. They did. And not radically, but there were tough double teams. You heard Giannis speak to that. Yes, Kawhi Leonard is going to get the lion's share of the credit, and he should because he's been a great defender for a long time. But it wasn't just Kawhi Leonard. There was a second person there. Every time Giannis spun, and he loves to spin back to the middle, there was another guy there, resulting in 8 turnovers to 5 baskets for Giannis tonight. And that's a winning formula for Toronto, even if it takes 2 overtimes. And, the Bucks had to really be led by George Hill and Malcolm Brogdon. I mean, they kept him in the game because Giannis even fouled out the first about a minute or so into the second overtime. But so now what? I mean, in this chess match, what's the move? That Nick Nurse and Toronto are going to go with something very, very similar. Why wouldn't they? You can't guard Giannis Antetokounmpo one-on-one, even if that one guy is Kawhi Leonard, one of the best, 2 or 3 defenders in the league in the last 5 years. You're still going to have those double teams. So now it's up to Milwaukee and Coach Bud to figure out what spots to get Antetokounmpo in so he's not facing those double teams all the time. And that's what we've got the next 48 hours. And, Kawhi Leonard played 52 minutes, career high. He had Kyle Lowry coming to him before the trainer could get there to put heating pads on his, ailing quads as he sat on the bench after a dunk to put Toronto in control of the game. So the players, I asked Kyle Lowry after the game, and I said, you were pretty quick with those heating pads. He said, I'm going to not leave to anybody to take care of my guy. And he didn't. They understand, everybody on this team and everybody in this city understands the value of Kawhi Leonard in these playoffs.
Again, we are waiting to hear from Kawhi Leonard just as soon as he emerges from the hot tub or the cold tub or said training room. So it's interesting. I mean, Kawhi is turning into this all-time epic player for Toronto, right? The last time he played there was that thrilling, unbelievable shot in that Game 7, which was just spectacular. And then when you think about tonight, Michael, it looked like he was banged up from the first basket really till the last. Everybody was out of gas at the end in double overtime. And his defense down the stretch was great, but that's what you expect out of a Kawhi Leonard.
You do. And, there were times, Steve, you mentioned from the beginning, I didn't realize he was necessarily limping 5 minutes into the game, but his teammates mentioned it. And there were spots that he gets to on the floor where you are accustomed to seeing, we all are, Kawhi plant and rise. I don't know that he was able to do that. I doubt he'll talk about it publicly when he gets out of the hot tub or cold tub or wherever it is, but that's the case. There were also a couple of shots where he might have ended this thing in regulation and after one overtime, and you wonder if he could get the lift that he's accustomed to getting. Yet, he was still able to defend and outlast Giannis Antetokounmpo, his opposite number. Those two guys have been so great in these playoffs. We look out west and you look at all the heroics. You look at Golden State alone with Steph Curry and what he's doing. But you have to come back here and look at Antetokounmpo and Kawhi Leonard going after each other less than 48 hours, one more time on this floor to see whether it's going to be even or whether Milwaukee's going to take a 3-1 lead back to Wisconsin.
Tremendous theater, the NBA playoffs, as always. Kawhi had 8 points in the second overtime. The Bucks as a team had 9 points. That's Michael Wilbon live tonight from Toronto on SportsCenter.
SportsCenter on the road is presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
You like bombs, Leaves?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. The baseball kind, yeah.
Let's do it. Got some Sunday bombs. Christian Yelich. Brewers taking on the Braves. It's early, but here comes Milwaukee. 19th home run for Yelich. Brewers would beat the Braves in 10, 3-2. They snap a little 2-game losing streak. Their road trip was a 10-gamer, 5-5, not terrible. Meanwhile, Cody Bellinger, he's your early MVP. He's in Triple Crown territory early on. 17th home run of the season, 3rd in the last 5 games. So he's warming up again as the Dodgers roll in Cincinnati. They beat the Reds in their gorgeous uniforms, 8-3.
Phillies hosting the Reds, tied at 5, and Bryce Harper launches one to right, up and out. A 2-run shot. That's Bryce's 9th home run of the season. That'll be the difference maker as the Phillies win 7-5. Harper's been at it a while. Vlad Guerrero has not. The highly anticipated call-up came, then it's been rather quiet. Then all of a sudden, this past week, turning it on. That's his 4th of the season for Vlad Guerrero Jr., his 19th game. You know, it took his dad, Vlad Sr., 39 games to get the 4.
Vladdy gets into one. Deep left field. That ball is myrtleized. A 2-run homer deep into the bleachers in left field.
4 home runs in his last 6 games. Vlad Jr. and the Blue Jays win 5-2.
Every time the St. Louis Blues win a game, they play Laura Branigan's 1982 classic Gloria.
I remember that when that came out.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm old.
Yeah, I was 16. You were playing pro hockey.
I remember it.
In your mid-20s.
Yep.
If you're under 45, you might not know that song. Google it, but it's become a big cult classic in St. Louis.
It's a great song.
And they played it again on Sunday, Barry. Even though they were in San Jose with the series all tied up at 2, opening faceoff, Evander Kane has a chance to give his squad an early lead. How big would this have been had it gone in?
Well, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but this was the high water mark of the San Jose Sharks in this game. Kane hits the post right there. He's having trouble scoring. He's colder than ice. He needed something like that, but it wasn't there for him.
Oh, boy. Erik Karlsson to nobody, one-timer, goal, Sundqvist.
Karlsson can't skate. He's laboring. He's not even fast out there. Dylan lets him down. The puck was in Dylan's feet. Dylan's got to play it. He lets the puck go up the wall. Plenty of mistakes to go around. St. Louis gets the first goal of the game, which was huge.
Turnovers are like divorces. They are costly. Early in the second, Tarasenko, Martin Jones. Jones gives it right back to Jaden Schwartzberg. He's got 10 this spring.
You know what's costly? Making a mistake with Tarasenko on the ice. Now he's starting to score. He's starting to get hot. Lucky bounce right there. It was a fan shot, but it went right to Schwartz, and the Schwartz is with St. Louis right now. They're heating up, baby.
So the next goal is vital. It's 2-0. Tarasenko goes down. He's still got a shot off. They call this a penalty shot.
Good. More penalty shots.
I know, you've always been pro penalty shot.
Pro penalty
so
shot.
this could really put it away midway through the game, and Tarasenko twisted.
John, that is as good a wrist shot as there is in the world. That thing up under the bar. The goalie knew he was going there. He had the glove there. It just was too quick by him before he could catch it. Great goal.
First successful postseason penalty shot in franchise history. All right, Blues now lead 3-0. Sharks, Barry, they take 2 penalties, 5-on-3 for the Blues, and guess who?
Well, Tarasenko, Schwartz, right here, you're going to see battle in front of the net. Obviously, the Sharks have sort of pulled the plug right now. They're taking penalties, they're being stupid, and the goaltender pays the price for that. Jones actually played pretty well in this game, but Schwartz is awesome right now.
Yeah, he's building a Conn Smythe resume. Yep. Pavelski takes a shot to the head from Pietrangelo. He would not come back. Of course, he's limping, so maybe it was more of a lower body injury. No penalty called on the play. 4-0 St. Louis, and Sharks are just sprawled all over the ice. Tarasenko has all kinds of time. That's an easy tap-on goal. Schwartz taps it in for a hat trick.
Beautiful pass. These two guys are having fun together. They're playing catch and pass. Just a great job by the St. Louis Blues. Walked into a tough building, played great, and got a win out of there.
So they're one win away from the Stanley Cup final against the Boston Bruins. We know that. It will begin on Memorial Day. We know that. And Jaden Schwartz, he's their Conn Smythe guy right now.
Matter of fact, him and Couture were two of the leaders along with Tuukka Rask. You got to think it's going to be one of those three guys.
Yep.
St. Louis was awesome. The defense is playing so well. Tarasenko's heating up right now. Schwartz is heating up right now. They're getting that fourth line. The Sunquist line is scoring. They're dangerous. They scored again in this game. They've scored in every game. And to top it off with all that offensive firepower they have, they're great defensively. They're a great unit of 6 defensemen, but they play together as a unit of 5 guys on the ice, and they're virtually eating everybody up now that has any chance of scoring. And now they have some injuries to San Jose.
Last place in the West in January to 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. You can see Barry Melrose whenever you want. ESPN Plus, streaming hockey show. And no commercials, right?
No commercials, John. I demanded that when I took the job.
He got it.
He's very demanding.
He is.
After a historic 36-hole start, Brooks Koepka survives Bethpage. His wire-to-wire win at the PGA Championship next.
Every last detail considered, improved. One stitch, one load, one breakthrough at a time. You know them by their work. They know us by ours. Everything built for those who are on to bigger things.
Now get an average $11,631 in total values on select all new 2019 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock. Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Corona Premier.
Is this what you want? Yeah, go get it.
You can join Toothless and Hiccup.
Let's go!
Try to keep on!
For one last ride.
What do you think, bud? It's a hidden dragon world.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, on digital now, on Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday.
Dale's little girl's heading to college. Luckily, her dorm is about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. Ashley's meeting all her in-laws, and she's about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. Jeff's flying to... Oh, never mind. But hey, 10 minutes from a Wyndham. He's having the best day ever. And he's about 10 minutes from a hotel by Wyndham. With over 6,000 hotels across the country, a great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think. Book direct at wyndhamhotels.com.
We're family. We'd do anything for each other. But this time, those bonds were definitely tested.
Frog leg for my baby brother.
Don't frogs have, like, 2 legs? Said I should have 2 of these. Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from Navy Federal. If you hold it closer, it looks bigger.
Eat your food.
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Wishes, right?
Don't miss Disney's Aladdin in theaters Friday, rated PG, and see wishes come true in the Western Conference.
Your car will get scratched, but Quick's PSR will remove them. Quick's advanced technology fills scratches with surrounding paint and has been proven to be the best scratch remover available. So don't just fix it, Quicks it at Walmart and these fine retailers.
Let's see what you got. In 3, 2, 1, 20 seconds, come on. I'm right here with you, come on.
Live instructors riding right by your side. Just one part of the best cardio machine on the planet, Peloton.
There's no set path, no way you have to be. So why not do what you've been dreaming of? You've got the power, we've got the tools. Make a website with GoDaddy and put what you want out there.
Your car will get scratched, but Quick's PSR will remove them. Quick's advanced technology fills scratches with surrounding paint and has been proven to be the best scratch remover available. So don't just fix it, Quicks it at Walmart and these fine retailers.
Hey, bro, can I have a spot? It's a new era of golf. Big, powerful, athletic, sinewy men are dominating the sport. And no one more right now than the Mike Trout Look-alike body-wise Brooks Koepka. Sealed with a kiss, he wins the PGA Championship at Bethpage. Yet another major. The next one, Pebble Beach, next month, where he'll try to win the U.S. Open for the 3rd time in a row. All he does is win majors. He's won 4 of his 22 career major starts. Tiger won his 4th major and his 21st major starts. A very comparable. Tiger obviously got going earlier in his career. 3 of Koepka's wins have come in the last 5 majors. Just the 5th golfer to win 3 of 5. The other, Ben Hogan, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, Tiger Woods. And this win makes him the #1 golfer in the world officially. 5th different to earn the top spot following a major win. The other, Tiger, did it twice. Rory, Nick Price, Nick Faldo.
We were the better team in game 2.
We got to go get some at home. We know what the mission is, and we got to bring it.
Leonard, the finish with the foul.
We've seen this movie before. This Warrior team will not quit.
What a turnaround for the Warriors.
Well, let me stop you.
Okay.
We're still waiting for some Dame time through the first 3 games of the Western Conference Finals. Turns out Lillard has been hurt since Kevin Looney fell on him in the 3rd quarter of Game 2. Our Blazers reporter Tim McMahon with more on his injury and the impact to this point.
Damian Lillard's rib isn't the reason he struggled in the West Finals. He confirmed that he separated the rib in Game 2, but Lillard was emphatic that it isn't something that's affecting his game. He gives credit to Golden State's defense, which is loaded up against the Blazers star all series. Down 0-3, Portland is now playing for pride, determined not to have their season end in a sweep for the 3rd straight year. Lillard says, "We're not ready to stop playing yet."
They got to figure out what to do then with Draymond Green. Like Steph and Clay, Draymond Green has elevated his game in the absence of Kevin Durant. Absolute beast in Game 3, posting the 7th triple-double of his postseason career. All 20 of his points came from the paint or the free throw line, matched his playoff career high with 12 assists. And Green is paying more attention these days as to how he is perceived, especially by those closest to him.
We be watching film and something go wrong. And like nobody on the team may see it on the film, but I just see myself like in a corner somewhere doing like this, and it was just like, it was disgusting. I can go cry and complain about a call all I want. It's not changing. So my son was playing, like he was shooting and flopping. I said, "Yeah, you gotta stop watching the NBA." Shooting and falling on the floor like, "Oh, Dada, help me up." It's like, no, gee, what you flopping for? But no, it's just like, you know, really impressionable at this age, and I want to make sure I'm setting a good example for them as well.
Draymond was spectacular in that Game 3. Portland's got to figure out how to slow his roll, see if the Trailblazers can avoid being swept on their home court tomorrow night. Game 4, 9 Eastern. Our coverage tips from Portland, 8 Eastern. NBA Countdown, and both are streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can take it with you.
Venom Radio and Venom Television. I'm afraid of everyone. I'm afraid of everyone. Nationals home to the game. All right, Nationals known for their famous president's race. Sunday, they add the Sunday Night Baseball crew to their relay team. So there's Jessica, Matt, and Alex posing with their mascot counterparts. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, Eisenhower lead off the race. Second leg, Jefferson and Washington make the handoff first to Olney and Mendoza. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Why don't they get to keep their heads? Vasgersian closing the space between him and...
Looks just like Buster, too.
Yeah, but I don't realize Buster had legs that long. But no one can catch Buster. Olney drops the mic, boom, after his dominating performance. Buster, the pride of New Hampshire or Vermont?
One of those smaller states.
James Van Riemsdyk, New Hampshire. Buster Olney, Vermont.
Like Delaware.
Like the Dakotas, just combine them. Anthony Rizzo, sizzle chest. 17th opposite field home run this season for the Cubs. That's most in baseball. Rizzo's 11th home run this year. He turns 30 this summer.
I know you didn't call him sizzle chest if you had him on.
I didn't. I should have. I'm not afraid of him. Javier Baez, makes a play, but a heel contusion. Mom called that a bruise. I'm not sure how you bruise your heel on a play like that. Maybe it was pre-bruised. Anthony Rendon, home run. That's an opposite field home run. You mentioned the Cubs have 17. Guess we're ignoring the Nationals' opposite field home runs. As a point of reference, I'd like to see at least. 9th inning. Oh, look at a cheat sheet. Steve Shishak wants to know, how do I pitch to Trey Turner? I'll throw that pitch. It works. Cubs, winner, chicken parm dinner. Happy birthday, Rizzo, in a couple months. You're 30.
We are still waiting on Kawhi Leonard. Had an unbelievable game, and he was banged up and tired. Kawhi's on the way, we hope. We definitely know Tim Legler's coming by next.
This Thursday, evil has found its superhero.
Someday, they will all know my name.
Brightburn, rated R.
Plants capture CO2. What if other kinds of plants captured it too? We could help lower emissions if industrial plants could be a little more like plants.
The Kings turning up the heat and bringing the spice with these spicy nuggets. Filled with juicy white meat and priced at $10 for $1.49. A deal so hot you can taste it. 10 spicy or original nuggets for $1.49. Only at Burger King.
Deep and shine, lasting finish. Clean, polish, and protect. McGuire's 3-in-1 wax gets it done.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste, only 96 calories, and 0 grams of sugar. Now that's a combo. Miller Lite, hold true. Brightburn.
Whatever you've done.
This Thursday,
I know there is good in you.
evil has found its superhero.
You're safe now. We got it.
Brightburn, rated R.
We're recreating
All in the Family and the Jeffersons.
and we're doing it live.
Live!
Live!
Live in front of a studio audience.
Wednesday on ABC.
Not DVR'd in front, you get it.
Give it up to the big hurt Frank Thomas. Congratulations, Frank.
Hey, Andy, Doug, you guys look great. Hey, I feel great too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total T, I feel stronger and I'm crushing my workouts.
Thanks to Nugenix, I got more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger. It's awesome. Nugenix Total T gets you back on top of your game.
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year, new Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SHINE to 369369.
I like the competitive edge Nugenix gives me. Hey, me too.
Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T, and she'll like it too.
Text SHINE to 369369 now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Samples are not available in stores, so text SHINE to 369369 now.
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. Bieber's on the hill, Anthony. Pay attention. He's young, almost 24 years old. He did something guys this young don't normally do as he pitched against Baltimore. Man, that's a mature breaking ball for a guy still 23 years old. He'll turn 24 this summer, striking out Orioles after Orioles. He had 6 with that slide piece. Successful with other pitches as well. Slow curveball. He's the 4th youngest pitcher with 15 strikeouts, no walks, and going the distance since 1908. Again, they used a baked potato for a baseball in 1908. so, you know, the stats that are a little dicey from the pitching. So that's a great job by Biebs.
Really call him Biebs?
Yeah, 15 Ks, no walks, complete game. 4th youngest dude ever to do that. He turns 24 later this summer. Come on, I didn't think I'd remember all that.
And there it is, you had it. When Kawhi Leonard speaks, if he speaks, you'll hear it on the next edition of SportsCenter. John and Michael standing by.
A brand new ESPN app, now with ESPN Plus. Get more ESPN and download now.
This is SportsCenter at night.
The Raptors struggle to take down the Bucks in regulation. How 2 OTs decided Game 3. Reaction from Toronto. Legler Wilbon standing by. Brooks Koepka survives at Bethpage. What he did that only Jack, Tiger, and Ben Hogan have done before. He joins us fresh off his wire-to-wire victory. And Battle of the Bats. MVP frontrunners make their case with the long ball. The NL's home run kings now. SportsCenter.
I'm just glad we didn't have to play anymore.
Too hot, too prime, home run Rizzo.
And that's how we get it started on a Sunday with John Anderson. I'm Michael Lees. All those stories ahead. Plus, the Blues are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup final. But we start with Game 3, John, between the Raptors and the Bucks, which, unlike Game of Thrones, seemingly didn't want to end.
Yeah, we the North, Milwaukee, the North minus about 26 miles. Milwaukee never looked like they were going to win this game, and yet it took them 58 minutes to lose it. Staggering. Bucks lead the series 2-0. We go to Giannis struggling in the third quarter after the Bucks trailed at halftime by 7. We got a Kawhi Leonard miss. Giannis dribbling. Giannis turning it over. 23 rebounds, good. 8 turnovers, not as good. Again in the third, there's Giannis inside. No, we got to travel. That's a turnover. That's also a travel in an NBA game. Giannis 6 points through 3 quarters. That's his lowest point total through 3 quarters in the postseason. Bucks, though, managing to stay in it. They were down just 2 going to the fourth quarter. Here we're even at 91. Kawhi Leonard still has the mid-range game because on occasion it is effective. You don't have to just shoot threes and make layups. Raptors up by that bucket. Less than a minute remaining. Fred VanVleet, he was 1 of 8 from 3. Missed one there. Going the other way, Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon out first couple of series with injury. Finishes that one, so it's a 1-possession game. Raptors the other way. VanVleet, and that's no. So now, after that miss, here comes the Bucks on the run-up. Bledsoe leaves it for Middleton. Could have called a timeout. No, takes the shot. The 3 could have put them ahead. They get nothing there. Foul, Pascal Siakam. So they'll get him to the line as Middleton. Tough shot there, doesn't go. Siakam at the line. Can ice this thing, but no. All right, that's all right. If he makes this one 3-point, worst they can do is oh, boy. So Milwaukee this time does get the timeout, getting another chance to set something up from Coach Budenholzer. 7 seconds to go. Middleton inbounds, misses, stay with it, put back, got it. So we are going to go to overtime, tied at 96. Here we are in the extra session. 2 minutes to go. Raptors up by 2. Leonard, oh, the members bounce. He got that one. More heroics on a Sunday night. Raptors up 4. Brogdon, little ball fake, and then in emergencies, he can be used as a flotation device. Bucks within 2. 25 to go. Leonard's going to miss that shot. George Hill gets the rebound. George had a team-high 24 points in this one. George finished, gets fouled there. Going to go to the line, makes them both. So it'll be 103 apiece. Raptors, last shot. Of course Leonard's going to take it. Only this time, no. Didn't get in the squat position. All the cameras didn't go off. So we're going to play a second overtime. Not a terribly exciting, not a thrilling 2 overtime game. Siakam drives Giannis, block. He fouls out. That's 6 fouls. 8 turnovers, disqualification, fouled out twice during the regular season. 12 points, 23 rebounds. Not his best effort in this one. Leonard, oh my, to be young and athletic, slicing through the defense. Give him clear path. Mirotic, he throws that thing down hard. Raptors 108-105. Now again, we're under 2. Crunch time, Bucks down 1. Leonard defensively makes the steal. Off he goes. You're not catching him. Those are the easiest 2 of his 36 on the night. The Raptors, 3-point game, 112-109. Bucks now down to 2. Brook Lopez, sorry. There's Siakam with the block. We go the other way, and Leonard. Ball was in his hand a lot. His ball was in his hand every time they needed a bucket, needed a big play inside, and there it is. 11 of 25. That's the one that's going to put it away. Leonard again, 36. As Toronto gets on the board in the series, it's now 2-1. Winners talk first. So here we go, 118-112. We the home team.
Yeah, I think first of all, you know, his defense was probably the biggest key of the game, right? I think he made not only did he just play good, right, but he made some huge plays with some steals and ripaways and breakaways that were, you know, offense was hard to come by there for both teams for a while. And anytime you can get a steal and a breakout, it's like, you know, a huge momentum play. But yeah, he was good. I think he's okay. That was a lot of minutes, but I think he's okay.
Does this feel like a brand new series for you guys now?
We still down 2-1. We still got to play next game like it's our last. You know, make some adjustments and you know, get back at it on the next game.
The last 48 hours, you know, you felt pretty crappy. So happily we won tonight, and now we gotta have the same mindset for Game 4. You know, there's no other way to beat this team. You gotta have the same mindset, and you gotta do possession by possession by possession. You gotta continue to chip in.
Kawhi Leonard scored 8 points in the second overtime, going 3 for 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. His team scored 15. The Bucks, their entire squad scored 9, so Kawhi pretty much took care of them single-handedly. They shot 33% from the field. So he was great. Giannis was less than MVP quality. We, the road team.
You know, our team is special, and even though their leaders had a bad night, they were able to send this game in double overtime. So, you know, as I said earlier, I'm excited about this team. This team is really special. I'm glad that I'm part of this team. Everybody's really, really hungry, and we got one more game here in Toronto.
You know, and I think we've got to make, you know, when we have good opportunities, you got to make them. And you know, we didn't probably make enough of our good ones, and you know, I think we'll be better in Game 4. Giannis, everybody. So, you know, looking at the film, I'll probably have a better to be able to answer that better.
It just says human nature is good. It's good. That means he's hungry. I mean, everybody. You don't feel, you know, bad when you play bad. You don't need to be playing this game. That's the, you know, the feeling that, you know, drives you to success. So, you know, I'm happy he's feeling like that.
Are you the same way?
Of course, you know, of course. You know, I'm pretty frustrated, you know, as well. You know, at the same time, they ain't gonna feel sorry for us. You know, we gotta, you know, shake this one off, move forward.
That's Big Blue Nation this year.
Yes, it is.
Right there. Bucks had been a perfect 4-0 on the road this postseason before Game 3 there in Toronto. 4 straight road playoff games. First time they'd done that since the early 70s. Struggled against the Raptors overall, shot just 37% from the field. And despite playing 10 extra minutes, the Bucks managed just 46 points in the paint. They'd been averaging more than 56 in the painted area, Hubie Brown, in their first 4 games on the road this postseason.
All right, John, now to the links where Brooks Koepka, the defending PGA champion, trying to make all kind of new history at Bethpage. And you know how focused you have to be to not even get a kiss from your girlfriend before the round? Yeah, he had big things in mind.
Is there any doubt whatsoever in your mind that you're going to win tomorrow?
No.
And good reason to think that, because no player in PGA Tour history or major championship history had ever lost a 7-stroke lead after 54 holes. But the first hole, he makes a bogey. So that gave Dustin Johnson life. He's playing a group in head. He's trying to make a charge, put some kind of number on the board, maybe put some pressure on his good friend. The fourth, par 4-6 there, second shot next to 8 feet. He makes the birdie. Let's move ahead to the 9th. Taking dead aim from the middle of the fairway. I mean, that's a kick in. So he's now within 4 shots of the lead. Koepka minus 12 through 8. DJ minus 8. A little shaky, though, for Koepka, but still in position to be the first wire-to-wire winner at PGA Championship history since 35 years ago. So Koepka making the turn. And that's what he's been doing all week. Put it within tap-in distance. He would get to 13 under par. Let's go to the par 5, 13. Made a bogey at 11, made a bogey at 12, and this one, trying to get one back, maybe a little overzealous. Pulls it left of the gallery. I mean, they had to run down the hill to go get this ball, fanny packs and all, and look at that. They parted the Long Island Sea for Koepka to try to get this ball back in play. He would do so, but could he make par on the par 5? That answer is no. I mean, he's got more missteps right now than Jon Snow, but can he bring it home? Looking to be the first player ever to go back-to-back in consecutive U.S. Opens and PGAs. Meanwhile, let's take it back to DJ. Par 4, 15th. He birdied this hole every single round.
Which is dumb because it's a hard hole.
It's one of the hardest holes in the golf course, and he made it look easy because that birdie putt right there would get him to 8 under par. He's within 2 shots of the lead. It's just a 2-shot game right now. So let's go back to Koepka. Remember, he bogeyed 3 holes in a row. The par 3 14th. When DJ came through this hole a little bit earlier, he hit a 6-iron that barely got to the green. This is an 8-iron from Koepka that flew it. The wind was swirling on the back nine at Bethpage Black. Everybody was struggling with the conditions. Koepka, can he make this from the fringe? No, 4 straight bogeys. Now it's just a 1-shot lead over DJ. Now, can DJ get in the clubhouse without any mistakes? You see the wind there, 12 miles an hour coming off his right cheek, and he just airmails the green. He would make bogey. He would finish at 6 under par. So Koepka, what do you got for him? The par 4 18th, he comes to the last hole with a 2-shot lead, and he promptly pulls it left, and this is not a good lie. There's fescue, there's bunkers. Now, this was huge because a win would not only give him his 4th major championship, but also catapult him to #1 in the world. But he knows he just has to make a bogey, the same way Tiger did the final hole at Augusta. Don't do anything silly, and you will be the PGA champion one more time. He joins Tiger Woods as the only player to win back-to-back PGAs in the stroke play era. And then, yeah, Jenna gonna get her kiss after you win the trophy, homeboy. Believe that.
It's incredible. I don't think I even thought I was going to do it that fast. I don't think anybody did. And to be standing here today with 4 majors it's mind-blowing. Today was definitely the most satisfying out of all of them. I can't tell you the last time I made 4 bogeys in a row. I don't know if I ever have. I'm sure I have, but just had to reset, and I think everybody chanting DJ kind of helped that. That was probably definitely, I know for a fact that was the most excited I've ever been ever in my life right there on 18. It's been a hell of a run. It's been fun. I'm trying not to let it stop. It's super enjoyable, and just try to ride that momentum going into Pebble. 4 of 8. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, because it's not just his 4th career major. He's won 4 majors in his last 8 starts in majors since the first Masters back in 1934. The only other men to win 4 or more majors in a span of 8 starts, well, I think you've heard of them. They literally be on the Mount Rushmore of golf. Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods. Coming up later here on SportsCenter, Koepka, fresh off his win at Bethpage, sits down with our Tom Rinaldi. What this major means after that historic 36-hole start. That's all ahead.
Fighting, skating for their first cup, how the Blues handed the Sharks their worst home loss in franchise postseason history. We're looking at 1970 and Barry Melrose.
I had 1 cigar, only because I didn't have time for 2.
Your wife is the tougher Melrose.
My wife's nasty, man. I wouldn't want to fight her.
$300.
Right. It's me, Barry Melrose.
Coach, that's $300.
My baby's in there.
In there? We're fine, Mommy. He's fine. He's fine.
I think you are the best analyst on television.
Wishes, right?
Don't miss Disney's Aladdin in theaters Friday, rated PG, and see wishes come true in the Western Conference Finals.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The visionary Lexus NX.
Lease the 2019 NX 300 for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This happens all the time. I'll help take care of it.
No, I'll take care of it.
What's that?
The budget insurance companies are building these cheap knockoff robots to compete with us.
How may I assist you, fine gentleman?
Looks really freaky.
One thing is certain, these bots don't have the compassion of a real State Farm agent.
I have compassion.
Yeah, we cool.
I am so sorry for your automobile.
Tonight,
you landed enough Wyndham Rewards points to land in that oh-so-alluring place in your screensaver.
See you soon, Hammock.
Jealous. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you triumph.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu is here. So many flavors like new brownie dough and back again, cotton candy.
It's worth the wait, though.
Seriously.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
In the Black Forest, we express our love for natural, juicy Black Forest gummies in many ways. Sometimes we say, so juicy, yeah? Other times we even say,
So juicy, yeah?
Black Forest gummies, so juicy, yeah.
There are multiples on the table. One is cash, 3 are FHA, 1 is VA. So what can you do?
She's saying a whole lot of people want to buy this house. But you got this. It can be as simple as push-button Get Mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender.
It's time for some straight talk. You love your phone.
I have something to tell you, something really special.
But you hate the big bill.
You know, we've been together for 6 years, and I think that...
Enough already, I'm done.
Ditch the bill with the Straight Talk Wireless SIM Kit and keep your phone, 4G LTE network, and number for up to 50% less. Text KYOP to 611611 to see if your phone is compatible.
Why haven't I switched?
Switch to who?
Get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month, no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro.
Experience the style, craftsmanship, and technology that have made the RX the leading luxury SUV of all time.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I really am excited about this.
So what's got Jimmy so excited that he's singing?
Yeah, you do it.
All in the Family and the Jeffersons live. Now wait till you hear what Jimmy's saying about it. Tuesday on GMA.
Bam.
SportsCenter, brought to you by Black Forest. So juicy, yeah. And Clamato. The authentic Michelada is prepared with Clamato and beer. Claro.
When the Western Conference Finals of the Stanley Cup playoffs were set, we knew that either San Jose or St. Louis would get another chance to win their first Stanley Cup because somebody was going to the Cup. Barry Melrose here with us. A pivotal Game 5 here at the Shark Tank.
Obviously, they're always pivotal Game 5s. They're bigger than most games, and this one was no different. Whoever wins this game is going to sit pretty.
And the Sharks had an awesome opportunity right off the opening faceoff, just 9 seconds in, and Vander Kane rings it off the post after this pass from Thomas Hertl.
Hertl makes a beautiful play. Kane gets it, but Kane is so cold right now. He can't score. Nothing is going his way. Hertl, who's struggling, also makes a beautiful pass. Puck gets by the goaltender. Very rarely it did there, but it hit the post and went out.
That would have changed the entire tone of this game with San Jose being at home. So what does St. Louis do? They come and they put pressure.
Yeah, Carlson's a mess right now. He can't skate. He's got leg problems. Right there, Dylan, his partner, doesn't help him, lets the puck go by him. And there's just a shot through traffic. Matter of fact, the goaltender might even been screened by Carlson. So that is a huge goal, and obviously St. Louis got it first.
Oscar Sundqvist comes up with that first goal in here in the second period. Jaden Schwartz, he had a little bit of a game, to say the least. His 10th goal of the postseason.
Yeah, and Tarasenko's starting to play well now, too, and that's bad news for San Jose. Tarasenko comes in, he actually fans on it. The puck hits the goaltender, Jones, goes right to Schwartz, who buries it in the back of the net.
So it's 2-0 here. Then later in the second, Barry, we have a penalty here, and he's going to get a penalty shot, correct, Paul?
Deservedly so. I love penalty shots. There should be more penalty shots. And right here, we got one of the best going in there, Michael.
And Tarasenko glides in and makes easy work. His 7th goal of the postseason, the first successful postseason penalty shot scored in Blues franchise history, and that gave them a 3-0 advantage. Let's go to the third period. Still 3-0. Sharks take 2 penalties on the same play.
Sharks are becoming unglued right now. They're a very frustrated team. Today didn't work out the way they thought it was going to work out, and now they've sort of lost their minds.
That sets up a 5-on-3 power play. Schwartz, loose puck, over to Jones. 2nd goal of the game, 11 for the postseason.
Yeah, Schwartz is really smelling it now. That puck's just hitting his stick and going up in the air over the goaltender. I don't even know if it made it to the back of the net, but he's on fire right now.
And then again, some tension starting to blow there. Pavelski gets hit pretty hard, and he leaves the game.
He looked terrible when he left the ice. He's hurt. Carlson didn't play the third period. Obviously, he's hurt. Hurdle didn't play much of the third period. Something's wrong with him. Obviously, San Jose's frustrated. Haley's trying to get something going. But again, St. Louis Blues, just go away laughing. You'll hurt them a lot more by winning the game than anything else you can possibly do. Pietrangelo had a great game on defense also.
All right, so less than 5 minutes to play. It's 4-0 St. Louis. And then Schwartz, his second hat trick of the postseason.
You see a trend right here? Tarasenko making a beautiful pass across. Saucer pass, right on the tape, back door. Just a beautiful goal. So you're exactly right. Second hat trick. That's not a bad playoff year for anybody.
St. Louis now 1 win away from the first Stanley Cup final in 49 years. Time now for Barry's Best, brought to you by Lexus.
Defense pinching, that's what I'm going to talk about. Forechecking is a 5-man art, not a 3-man art. Everybody on the ice has to help, and St. Louis has got that working right now. The D are very aggressive coming in from the point. You're going to see Edmondson come into the slot area. He has a great chance to score. Puck's wrapped around. You got Bouwmeester keeping it in. It goes down behind the net, into the corner. Another scoring chance right there. You're going to see Bouwmeester down in front of the net. Now there's the chance for Schwartz on that shot from Tarasenko. A little bit later, same thing, second period early. Just look at the Blues win all those battles on the wall. Great shot from the point. There's Tarasenko across, or there was Schwartz across to Tarasenko. He didn't score on it, but you just saw how talented these two guys are. They have magic together right now. And again, defensively, with the 5-man pinching in the opponent's end, they could have had 5-6 goals in the second period. At one time, shots in the second period, 15-1 in favor of St. Louis.
So the Sharks face elimination again. They were down 3-1 to Vegas. They come back. They had a Game 7 against Colorado. They won that. Now they got to go to St. Louis to win Game 6. How do you feel?
I don't feel good for the San Jose team right now because of the injuries. Carlson's obviously not close to being 100%. Pavelski's not close to being 100%. Hurdle's not healthy either. That's 3 of their best players, not 100%. So they've got injury problems right now, and they got to find a way to pull this team together and win a game.
Again, St. Louis has not been to the Stanley Cup final since 1970 when this young man was strapping.
Was I ever?
Barry's Best is brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing.
Baseball now, Astros Red Sox series finale at Fenway. Houston's win streak 10 games. Chris Sale's streak of 14 or more strikeouts in his starts is at 2. Carlos Correa, that's a strike enough because he just bombed it 448 feet right over the garage door there at Fenway. That is the longest home run Sale's given up as a member of the Red Sox. Thing is, you know what it counts for?
What's that?
Just one, unless there are a couple of guys on. Sox down 3-1, going to the 4th. Sale gets George Animal. Springer 0 for 3, and then would leave the game in the 5th inning, a little back stiffness. Into the 5th, Sox down just 1. There's Xander Bogaerts. Runner on second scoring position. We pop it up. Yuri Gurriel thinks he's got it, thinks he... Oh. See, we haven't seen the sun in the Northeast so long, it's thrown people off.
Fair point.
Doesn't know what's happening there. RBI, we're tied at 3. In the 6th, Sale pitching to Josh Reddick. That would be a walk there, and that would be Sale's day. Finished. Career high, 5 walks, tied his career high. Ended up striking out 10 in this game. Marcus Walden in relief, Jake Marisnick. This little double play right there. So the Sox out of the soup. We go to the 7th. Still knotted up at 3. Bogaerts. Nobody's gloves getting that one. Double to center field. Mookie Betts, round and 3rd, headed for home. Brown-eyed handsome man. Bogaerts' second RBI of the day, and the Stros 10-game winning streak kaput as the Sox win it 4-3.
Hard to talk about the Red Sox without talking about the Yankees around here. 4th inning, taking on the Rays. Tampa up 5-3. Aaron Hicks hits it deep. So deep, he put that pitch to sleep, and that's his first home run of the season. 2-run shot ties the game at 5. 6th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs. Gleyber Torres up to bat. Little ground ball. Oh, looks like trouble for Ji-Man Choi. Can't get Torres at first. Ball kind of got wedged between his body and his arm some kind of way. So Yankees take an 8-5 advantage. The next batter, Thairo Estrada, pinch hitting for Gio Urshela. And Estrada, he likes his RBI in 3s. He's going to clear the bases with a double. The Yankees bat around in the inning. They score 7 runs in that 6th. They put the game away. They win at 13-5, their 4th win in their last 5 games. And that's important because their run since April 15th has been a pretty good one. Back then, they found themselves 5.5 games behind the Rays for first place in the AL East. But that was then. Now they've won 22 of their last 30 games, the best record in the majors over that span. Now they enjoy a half-game lead over those Rays. Even better for New York fans, the Yanks are off to Baltimore for a 4-game set against the O's, who've lost 9 of their last 11.
The Raptors took down the Bucks. First win of the Eastern Conference Finals for them. Complete analysis. Reaction, Tim Legler in studio. He's in the lab. Michael Wilbon from Toronto. That's coming up next.
Experience the epic adventure that's fun for the entire family.
Wow. It's you and me, bud. Always.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. On digital now. On Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday.
Hey, you hear Metro now includes Amazon Prime? Really? I'm gonna switch. That's smart. Yeah. I'm also gonna hit up that sushi joint.
Switch to Metro, the smarter way to wireless. And now get Amazon Prime included. All month, every month. Watch your favorite shows, listen to the hottest music, and get free shipping. All included for only $30 per line for 4 lines. Metro. That's genius.
December 30th is National Bacon Day. And who doesn't love bacon? From bacon to turkey bacon to Jill who brings home the bacon. Looking sharp, Jill. In fact, we support all you out there bringing home the bacon. That's why AARP is here to help you find work, stay competitive where you are, cheese, or switch careers. We're even turning dream jobs into like real-life awake jobs. So go get your slice and let AARP help. Take on today and every day with AARP.
Introducing the first of its kind Lexus UX and UX F Sport. Also available in hybrid all-wheel drive.
Lease the 2019 UX 200 for $329 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of Zero.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Let's do it, okay.
We're moving on up. Moving on up.
We are doing a live restaging of All in the Family and the Jeffersons.
To the east side.
And we're doing it live in front of a studio audience.
To deluxe apartment
in the sky.
Yeah, we're moving on up.
This show is live.
And anything can happen.
To the east side.
We finally got a piece of the pie.
Live in front of a studio audience.
Wednesday night.
On ABC.
Thank you.
I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I think I'll try my team, but you may come up missing.
Warriors Blazers Game 4 on ESPN. Western Conference Finals presented by Google Net.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. An iPad worth $505 was sold for less than $24, a PlayStation 4 for less than $16, and a Schultz 4K television for less than $2.
I want these Bluetooth headphones for $20.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Did you know a lot of medications sold online may be counterfeit? They contain things like printer ink, paint, and drywall, all stuff you should never put in your body. That's why we created Roman. If you're experiencing ED, all you have to do is go online, chat with a U.S. licensed physician, and if treatment is right for you, we'll send genuine medication discreetly to your door. Because ordering meds online should be easy and safe. Get started with your free online visit at GetRoman.com/TV.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Disney's Aladdin. See it in theaters in 5 days.
Bucks Raptors, by way of review, Game 3. We'll take you to double overtime. We're still tied at 103 and get to the deciding sequence in this one. Of course, it comes down to plays made or not made by Giannis and by Kawhi Leonard. Pascal Siakam, we've got a foul called there. We got a block on Antetokounmpo. That's his 6th DQ. Get out. You've been bad. 12 points, 23 rebounds. 8 turnovers to 6 fouls. Eric Bledsoe here, pass deflected. Kawhi Leonard defensively so strong. Offensively pours in 36, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Big momentum right there. We the North gets on the board in the Eastern Conference Finals. They win at 118-112. Now let's go in for a little lab work with Tim Legler, who loved this game.
It wasn't always pretty offensively, that's for sure. A lot of missed shots in this one, but I loved the effort of both teams and how desperate both of them were to get this win. And ultimately, it came down to one team coming up with some defensive plays that would lead to easy offense because it was needed in this one. And here's the first great example by Kawhi Leonard. Now, you see, one thing you want to pay attention to, you see this guy over here out of bounds? That's Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is important now because he has fouled out of the game. As you can see, it's a 1-point game, 2 minutes to go. So now you got to run your offense a little bit differently. They're going to go to Chris Middleton, who looks like he's got a pretty good angle on Fred VanVleet. Now, here's what's key. If Marc Gasol decides to come give help right here, there's no way he's getting back to Brook Lopez, who's going to get a wide-open 3. Therefore, critical that Kawhi Leonard could come down and make this play. Puts the long arm out, forces the spin, and then watch this play. Starts off with high hands, but then he gets it out here as Middleton's trying to pass this to Brogdon. Look at the deflection. The ball's going to squirt free, and then look at this effort. There's no way that Kawhi Leonard should beat Malcolm Brogdon to this basketball, but that's exactly what he does. He sprints right through it, comes up with the deflection, and then also picks it up, gets the easy one in a game that desperately needed it. So now you got a 2-point game. Again, trying to close this thing out without Giannis. Pretty good action right here. Nice drop off by Middleton. Lopez headed to the rim. It looks like he's in pretty good shape. He's got a guard on him and Danny Green. He thinks he's getting this thing up to the rim, but look at the weak side block by Pascal Siakam. Comes over here, meets him at the top. Now, people tomorrow are going to be freaking out about this. Definitely contact after the whistle. If you go straight up and get that block, they're probably not going to call that. 2-minute warning might say otherwise, but here we go. 2-minute report, rather. Here we come the other way. And again, we're talking about getting something easy off the defense. Nice job by Kawhi. He starts to take this thing out, and you can see Lopez, Middleton both relax. And now there's no help back there. So Kawhi turns the corner, gets to the rim knowing no Giannis, bunch of guards in the back line. Kawhi Leonard takes it to the rim and finishes. In a game that saw an awful lot of missed open jump shots, I thought the intensity Toronto showed late to get these stops made all the difference. And now on Tuesday, you head into Game 4 without having to face an insurmountable deficit.
There, another aspect of this game, the Bucks' transition offense halted after the first 3 quarters after outscoring the Raptors 26-12 through 3. Milwaukee was outscored 11-5 the rest of regulation, and over those 2 overtime periods, Kawhi scored all 11 transition points in that span for the Raptors. We are posted up with both teams there in Toronto. Kevin Arvinet with the Raptors, Malika Andrews with the Bucks.
These are the nights Giannis abhors. He hates losing. After Game 3, he sat in front of his locker contemplating what he could have done better. He told me, this is just the culture we've built. We hate losing. But when I asked him if he was disappointed in how he played, he interrupted me mid-question and said, hell no. Then he told me about sending money back to his family in Greece and Nigeria and sending his brothers to private school. Disappointed, he said? I'd be disappointed if I was disappointed.
How did a Raptors team that squandered a 4-point lead with 70 seconds remaining on 2 different occasions in regulation and overtime recover to save their season? According to Marc Gasol, Kawhi Leonard's resilience. Leonard scored the Raptors' final 3 field goals and 8 of their last 10 points in double OT. Said Gasol, he didn't allow his fatigue, his pain, whatever it was that was bothering him, he beat it.
Brooks Koepka's PGA Championship lead was 7 strokes with 8 holes to play, and everybody was pretty much turning their attention to the college football season. Then the wind picked up. Brooks showed he's flesh and blood and not all Pentium processors, and it occurred to folks the marching bands and the tailgating, that's still several months off because it's only May. Keep watching, at least for another hour. In that time, Brooks got straight, DJ got sideways, and the Wanamaker Trophy wasn't going anywhere except back into Koepka's courtesy car. Tom Rinaldi with the man who rules the majors.
It's been a tough day, but now can enjoy it as that starts left, turns towards the hole, and in. And Brooks Koepka wins the 101st PGA Championship, his 4th major championship.
Brooks, congratulations. Everybody says they want the lead. What's the challenge in having it as you arrive today?
Yeah, it's different. It's a spot I've never been into. I mean, I had it the day before, but it's a whole lot different on Sunday. That's why you build that lead. That's why you play so well Thursday through Saturday. You want to build a little bit of cushion in case you do screw up.
It's clear what you had to win today, but if you're honest, what did you have to lose?
I had a lot to lose. If you want to talk about, hey, no one's ever lost a major championship with the 7-shot lead, I've heard that all for about, I don't know, maybe 12 hours. My caddy, I guess, said to my coach today, it was pretty funny. They just told me when we were back there, I guess we're going to make history one way or another.
The 4 bogeys in a row, walking off the 14th, what's the self-talk in your head, being honest?
I was disappointed. I was pissed off. I was upset. And then all of a sudden I heard a bunch of DJ chants. And when I heard DJ chants going on, it was the best thing to happen to me.
Why?
It kind of built a little bit of chip on my shoulder that we've always talked about, that something, you know, you got to find something. And the minute and a half walk to the 15th tee. All right, well, I see where we're at. I see what I'm up against, and let's prove the fans wrong.
Brooks Koepka, he grabbed the hold of the Wanamaker Trophy a year ago, and he's not letting it go.
When the putt dropped on 18, how would you describe your reaction?
I don't know. It was something I've never felt. I've never felt that excited. I've never felt that much determination to try to get it done. For the first time, I felt like I really had to truly fight and battle for what was a major championship. When I saw that putt go in, it was just all the emotions from those 4 bogeys in a row, to hearing everybody chant DJ, to all the work I've put in over the years, and to get into that different category of 4 major championships. It's very gratifying.
4 majors at 29 years old. What do you think when you hear that?
It's kind of funny. You just laugh at it, yeah. I mean, I didn't really think, if you'd asked me 4 years ago, I wasn't even sure that this was possible. I figured out I can do it. Winning breeds confidence, and I've won a little bit, I guess you could say, in the last couple of years, and it's done nothing but boost my confidence and feel like, you know, hey, I'm one of the best. I can play this game, and I can play it really well and on the big stage.
Well, he made it interesting. Koepka becomes the first wire-to-wire winner at the PGA Championship since Hal Sutton in 1983. I believe that was Hal was a rookie back then. Joins Rory McIlroy as the only players currently under the age of 40 with 4 or more major championship victories. He's under the age of 40, not just under the age of, under 40. In addition to taking home nearly $2 million, Koepka becomes the 5th player to take over the world #1 spot with a win in a major.
All right, back to the Major League Diamond Cubs National Sunday Night Baseball. Of course, you know in D.C. they have the President's Race at every game, right?
Right.
But they also decided to have a relay and made heads for
our people.
Yeah, like everyone got, so it's a relay now, right?
That.
So they're waiting. And you would think Jessica Mendoza is a pretty good athlete, A-Rod maybe, but no, look at Buster Olney just lapping the field.
Do we really know that's him?
Oh, it's totally Buster. I mean, look at that stride. If that doesn't scream Buster Olney athlete, I'm not sure what does. And you know what really sealed it for me?
What?
The dance moves that you didn't see just
Okay.
there. 3rd inning, Anthony Rizzo lurking on him, showing no mercy on him, goes opposite field for his 11th home run. The Cubs actually have 17 opposite field home runs this season. That's the most in baseball. There are so many numbers in baseball.
Yeah.
Javier Baez, this is not good. Comes in and then does that. He would leave the game in the 6th inning. He's got a bruise on his heel. Bottom 6. Nats down 6-1. Anthony Rendon with 2 on. Base in a space means peace, see you later. His 8th home run of the season cuts that deficit to 6-4. So bottom of the 9th, it's a 6-5 ball game. 2 outs. Trey Turner, Chris Bryant. Easy enough. Cubs win it on the road. 6-5 is your final. All right, so coming up on Tuesday, special doubleheader. ESPN and the ESPN app. The NL East leading Phillies take on the NL Central leading Cubs. 7 Eastern, 4 out west. And then we've got a West Coast game. Braves, Giants in San Francisco. Be sure to download the ESPN app if you don't already have it. Like, why wouldn't you?
All right, crew call now. Milwaukee trying to get at least one before leaving Atlanta. That guy will get you one right there. Christian Yelich, MVP. Behold the power of cheese. Straightaway center field, pretty much. Ronald Acuna Jr., no. Over the shrubbery and all. Number 19 for Yelly. 41 ribs. It's 1-0 early. Then bottom of the first. Home teams lead up. There's Acuna. And, well, Ronald goes deep. My goodness. So he let one go, and then he hit one upper tank shot there, 450. Rays have 5 homers of 450 or more. What did you say about the numbers in baseball?
There's a lot of them.
Kind of drowning them sometimes. Game tied at 1. Keston Hiura. That one's just far enough to left. A little something for the boys in the bullpen right there. His first career homer. Brewers up 2-1. Got a full count in the 7th to Fred Freeman. Remember, he walked it off. And there's Freddie. That's going to find a lot of solo home runs in this game right now. 200th career home run for him. 4th straight game with a homer. How about we give him 4 wide one time? Ben Gamel. Wes Parsons, Gopher ball. There you go. Beer me. First career extra inning home run for Gamel as the Brewers win it 3-2.
Drago gives me courage. He gives me confidence. He's helped me heal.
Well, coming up, Fenway's head groundskeeper shares how living with post-traumatic stress disorder led him to a life-saving relationship with man's best friend. That's ahead on SportsCenter.
Stay away, don't rest your head while the moon drifts in the skies. Stay awake, don't close your eyes.
When your energy is spent, but there's so much more you want to do. New Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. 225 milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
Amazon's got everything you need for your home, garden, and more. Find low prices and free shipping on millions of items when you shop summer at Amazon.
Something's happened to me. Something I can't stop. It feels good.
Jean's still our friend. We can still help her.
She's not Jean anymore. Dark Phoenix, rated PG-13. Tickets on sale now.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Ace.
The best time to buy a grill from our exclusive lineup of premium brands.
Get free assembly and free delivery on grills $3.99 and up, plus free fuel.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Plants capture CO2. What if other kinds of plants captured it too? We could help lower emissions if industrial plants could be a little more like plants.
Make the big leap, even if you have doubts. Take small steps, especially if they're easy. Wash your beard daily to reduce gray gradually. And be open to new firsts like Control GX, the first and only gray-reducing beard wash. Be the better man you are and look the part.
Named Best in Class by Car and Driver. It's your passport to adventure. The all-new Passport Elite from Honda.
Right now at KFC, pick any 2 of these favorites for only $6. This tasty pair, $6. This tasty pair, $6. $11.95 for these. I'm just mashing your taters. $6. Mix and match any 2 for only $6 at KFC.
You are a rainbow in a sky full of gray. A heavy pour in a watered-down world. Taste that can't be replicated. Flavor that can't be replaced. Darling, you are a limited edition.
At Fidelity, we make sure you have a clear plan to cover the essentials in retirement.
as well as all the things you want to do. Because when you're ready for what comes next, the only direction is forward.
Keep going, man. You got it.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Few things in life look as green and pristine and perfect as the field at a big league ballpark. As head groundskeeper in Boston, Dave Meller is responsible for all those manicured blades of grass at Fenway Park. Has been since 2001. Emulating that perfection as a person can be far more challenging. Meller repressing the emotions of 2 accidents that changed the course of his life. As we observe Mental Health Awareness Month, Tom Rinaldi shares the story of Meller, a dog named Drago, and Fenway, and how those pieces fit together.
While we all move along our own path, none of us wants to walk alone. We seek a friend and a partner to share the trail and maybe ease the way.
Drago gives me courage. He gives me confidence. He's helped me heal. He's part of me. I mean, we are a team.
Dave Meller took a long trail to get here. A diehard Red Sox fan, he was a high school pitcher and star prospect in Ohio until he was hit by a car in 1981, shattering his right leg.
I had 1 to 5 horrific car crash nightmares every night. My surgeon told me I'd never walk normal again, and they told me to find a passion I'd love for a job. And I thought, what else do I really, really love? I realized I love baseball.
In 1985, his first job was with the Milwaukee Brewers as part of their grounds crew. Life was good, married, with daughters, a job, a path. Until 1995, when improbably he was struck by a car again. This time at Old Milwaukee County Stadium, when a mentally disturbed driver came through a fence and onto the field where Dave was working.
It certainly intensified my flashbacks, and it intensified my nightmares. I thought it was a sign of weakness to ask for help, and I kept everything a deeply guarded secret. I didn't want to burden my family. But I remember one night that not that I was going to commit suicide, but I wondered if I didn't wake up, if it wouldn't be better for everybody.
Dave found the strength to persist, rehabbed again, and in 2001, got his dream job. Groundskeeper at Fenway Park. But even in the place he most wanted to be, the mental anguish continued. Until 2010, when Dave read a magazine article about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and had a revelation.
Tears started falling down my face, tears of that I was scared, but tears of hope, because I realized that I either actively had or had dealt with 10 of the 12 symptoms.
And he's like, I'm ready to do something about it. I'm like, let's go, let's call your doctor. He'll know who to put us in touch with, and we're gonna get through it.
Diagnosed with PTSD, Dave began intense therapy. And then, at the suggestion of his wife, he got a service dog.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh?
From day one, he could look right at me when we met. He could look at me at home, he could look at me at the field, and we just make a connection.
Up, you man.
Dave and Drago found each other in 2014 and have been inseparable since. At home, and yes, at work.
Legally, he's allowed to go wherever I go, but as soon as I told my boss and said they had a service dog and how important he was to me, they were in full support.
The field has always been very sacred here. Just, I think the general idea of a dog being out there, you don't know what it's going to do. But anybody that meets Drago and sees the impact that he has on Dave, you have zero concern about the field.
You having fun, Drago?
He is.
Drago has become a member of the team with a clear no-trade clause.
Drago! What's up, dude? What's up, Bubba?
Whenever I see Drago walking around the field or come up to the clubhouse, I'm running up to him and petting him and playing with him. So he's like the team dog.
Hey, let's go, let's swing.
And when the Red Sox won their 4th World Series in the last 15 years, the only 4-legged member of the team rode with Dave in their own assigned duck boat.
Here we go, babe. Here we go. Oh, man.
For these two, it's a friendship for all seasons. From the Harvard-Yale game at Fenway in the fall, to action sports covering the field in the winter, to, of course, the Red Sox glorious return home in the spring. The Boston dynasty grows, and so does Drago's. With Dave's female German Shepherd, Liesel, there are now 5 puppies. Dave is keeping just one to train him for a special job.
His name is Keeper, and he'll be my keeper, and I'll be his, and he will follow in Drago's paw steps, I guess, or footsteps someday. Drago literally means the world to me. I don't have any tattoos, but it may sound morbid, but sometimes I hope I die before he does. But I know that time's gonna come where his lifespan's gonna be shorter than mine. And when it does, when I do get that tattoo, it'll be a paw print on my heart. I'm a big guy.
Again, Tom Rinaldi reporting. According to the Sidran Institute, an estimated 5% of Americans, more than 13 million people, have PTSD at any given time, and approximately 8% of all adults, 1 of every 13 in this country, will develop PTSD at some point during their lifetime. Still ahead, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard haven't shared the court in the Western Conference Finals yet, but they have a permanent bond. Meet the artist who's left his mark on KD, Dame, and around the NBA next.
My man, we're a lot alike. Just 2 dudes getting paid to do what we love. Only difference is you never get booed. And of course the salaries. Mainly the salaries. Try investing with E-Trade. They make it easy to get started without all the typical finance jargon. That's the spirit. Keep on smiling.
Don't get mad. Start investing with E-Trade.
The Lexus ES. Every curve, every innovation, every feeling. A product of mastery.
Lease the 2019 ES 350 for $379 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of zero.
You guys be good. I'll see you later.
It's snow time, baby. I'm doing superhero stuff.
Snowball!
The Secret Life of Pets 2, rated PG. Be the first to discover the secret at the Fandango Early Access showing May 25th.
It's a good thing you kept your fire extinguisher up to date. Don't worry about the smoke damage. I can help.
What'd you do to your kitchen?
What did you do to my kitchen?
I ain't do nothing. It's easy to, that's not me. I can, like, he has a beard just like me, you know, like, I mean, the beard is pretty dope, you know, honestly.
Are you serious right now?
That's not me.
James, that's you.
Butterfinger?
Better Butterfinger. Better Butterfinger.
Nobody lays a finger on my better Butterfinger.
An improved recipe with high-quality jumbo peanuts that are crispity, crunchity, and peanut buttery.
Dig it.
Tonight, you landed enough Wyndham Rewards points to land in that oh-so-alluring place in your screensaver.
See you soon, Hammock.
Jealous. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you triumph.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu is here. So many flavors like new brownie dough and back again, cotton candy.
It's worth the wait, though.
Seriously.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, if your wireless bill is growing out of control, guess what? Scissors beat paper every time. Cut your bill in half with Straight Talk Wireless. For just $45 a month, get 25 gigs of high-speed data for half the cost of big carriers. All on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks. No contracts or mystery fees ever. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
When it's time to head out, sometimes your last Miller Lite has a way of becoming your second to last. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Who? MLB fans. What? Need more accuracy in the game. But how? Backed by AWS, StatCast AI uses a missile radar system. That wasn't just a strike, Chief. It was a strike with a spin rate of 2,335 RPMs, dropping knowledge like a baseball bounce. With the most functionality and experience, AWS is how companies like Major League Baseball build on.
This is your moment. You gotta own it. You gotta fight for your right to belong here. Now I'm awoken. Just this morning, the side of me open, and I never noticed.
Drake and Giannis having words. We're headed to a second overtime. Oh, that's 6 on Giannis.
Well, Kawhi, the primary defender on 9 of Giannis' field goal attempts in Game 3. After defending just 3 of his shots the first 2 games of this series, Giannis struggled in that matchup, going just 1 for 9 while going 4 for 7 against all other Raptor defenders. Michael Wilbon was in the building for Game 3. He joins us now here on SportsCenter. Mike, it wasn't the prettiest game we've ever seen in the NBA playoffs, but a win is a win as far as the Raptors are concerned. What do you make of how they put pressure on Giannis Antetokounmpo? He did not look like the player we've seen throughout this postseason.
No, Michael, this is a defense that worked. Forced him into 5 for 16 shooting. He didn't force many shots. He had 7 assists because he had to pass out of constant double teaming, constant and effective double teaming. Giannis committed 8 turnovers, had only 5 baskets. Now, it wasn't like he didn't contribute. He had 23 rebounds. So the assists, the rebounding, he was helping his team in every way imaginable until he fouled out less than a minute into the second overtime. But, you know, Toronto thought this worked. And the question is, what is Milwaukee going to do now to try and free Antetokounmpo if they can? And what's the counter to the counter? But this was not an artistic success, but it was a success for Toronto to cut into that lead of Milwaukee's to now 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Final.
So now they have a Game 4 coming up with a chance to tie that series at 2-2. But we talk about Giannis on one side. We got to go to Kawhi on the other. He's been carrying this team literally on his back throughout this postseason, including in this game. 4th straight game, Mike, with 30 more points. But 52 minutes as well. How do you think that's going to impact him in Game 4?
Well, Michael, I'm wondering whether carrying the team is weighing on those quads. Remember, this is what changed the nature of the entire league, not just Kawhi Leonard's career a year ago, the quad injury and missing most of a season. And he came down, I mentioned it now because he came down after a left-handed flush to really sort of put Toronto in control of this game late and was holding that right quad. When he got to the bench after a timeout, it was Kyle Lowry, who wasn't even waiting for the trainer. I mean, he had heating pads to put on Kawhi Leonard's quads. You could see it clearly. Again, late in the game, we don't know what it meant. Kawhi Leonard went right back in the game, was limping from the timeout back onto the floor. And in 52 minutes, a game high 52 minutes, and they come back and play in 48 hours less than, you wonder how, if this is going to affect Kawhi Leonard. You mentioned he's been great. He's been brilliant. But there were times on the floor where you could see he slowed down on fast breaks. He also got to some of his favorite spots and looked as if he had trouble or worried about elevating to get off jump shots late in the game, was not as effective late in the game as we're normally used to seeing him, because he had to be not just exhausted, but you wonder about those quads and the attention they're going to get between now and Game 4.
Yeah, these two guys have led their teams to this respective part of the season. Game 4 may be determined by who bounces back. Giannis from a bad performance and Kawhi from physical labor. We'll see what happens in Game 4 there in Toronto. Michael Wilbon, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Michael.
SportsCenter on the road is presented by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
All right, now to the West, where the Warriors are one win away from sweeping the Blazers out of the playoffs and giving Golden State its 5th straight trip to the NBA Finals. And most of the credit for that Game 3 win goes to Draymond, who put up 20, 13, and 12 for his 7th career postseason trip dub and 3rd during these playoffs, both of which are franchise records.
When I finish the playoffs, every year I'm exhausted because it's like, and more so mentally than physically, because like I view these games like life or death. I be stressed out the entire playoffs. Like it's like a life or death situation for me. That's how I view it. When you're viewing it that way, it's easy to raise your game because it's bigger than just that particular game for me. It's on us to make sure we come out with the right mindset and focus, you know, that we know that it takes to close out a series, especially on the road.
You could be up 2-1 and you down 0-3. And you know, you look at the numbers and it's a slim chance of you winning a series like that. But I mean, we got a lot to play for. Obviously, you never know when the first time it's gonna happen. You know, we could be the first team to do it. We're not ready to just go out there and say, oh, we did our best, we had a great season. I mean, we got a lot to play for.
And after KD went down with that strained calf, Golden State has needed contributions from everyone, and that's exactly what they've gotten. After averaging 21 points in the first 11 games of this postseason, the bench has scored nearly 34 points per game over their last 4. In fact, the Warriors bench has scored at least 30 points in each of those games, their second longest playoff streak ever under Steve Kerr. Well, Academy Award nominee Johnny Depp once said, "My body is a journal and my tattoos are my story." And if you ask anyone who has a tattoo, yours truly included, there's definitely a story behind every one of them. And one tattoo artist in particular has been helping the biggest stars in the NBA use their bodies to tell their personal stories for years. In this E60 profile, the undefeated Mark Spears introduces us to Steve Wiebe, whose work displayed quite prominently in these Western Conference Finals.
Damian Lillard to the basket. His layup is good. Durant gets a running start inside.
Damian Lillard and Kevin Durant, superstars who have led their teams to a Western Conference Finals showdown. But what the two players have in common will last long beyond the series. A love for art and one particular artist.
He approaches his craft differently. So many people in the league running around and on camera with his work on them.
This is 32-year-old Steve Wiebe, one of the most sought-after tattoo artists for the NBA elite.
There's so much more behind these tattoos that means something to the person getting it, means something to me giving it to them, that not everyone gets to experience. I just seen his work on Instagram and I respected what he did.
Just the detail in his portraits is unique.
In my mind, I was like, I mean, I know he got this long wait list, but I might be able to jump the list.
He did my Tupac, and I got the Wu-Tang logo at the bottom. This one was Rick James. I just really loved the picture. He gave me Aaliyah, always been a huge fan, and probably my first crush, you know. And Left Eye came right after that.
Oh, man. Another crush?
Yeah, of course. I always just love the pictures, you know, and how they look on my leg. It'd be dope to see that detail on my leg. It's a canvas to me.
So this is like the Rushmore of people in my family that raised me and, you know, played a big role in my life. So I started with my grandmother, and then it was only right that I got my grandfather. And then on the back is my dad and my uncle. And of course I had to have my mom right here.
Regardless of which team advances and which goes home, Lillard and Durant will forever remain linked by something much more permanent.
The impact that I can have on people through my artwork is kind of like the legacy I want to leave.
We just, you know, a part of his journey, and we wanted to be blessed with his work.
In the league, pretty much everybody got tattoos, and for him to play such a big role in that, I think that'll be a huge part of his legacy.
Impressive indeed. Meanwhile, Golden State will look to play the role of dustbusters and sweep the Blazers right out of the playoffs Monday on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Our coverage tips at 8 Eastern, 5 o'clock out west with NBA Countdown. You can see us streaming live on the ESPN app.
Twins could sweep the Mariners Sunday. Teams entered, tied for first in the AL. Home runs, 87 apiece. Twins hit 6 on Saturday. Mitch Haniger's going to get one back for the other side here. 2-run shot, 12th of the season. We're knotted up at 3. Willens, as to Dio, was not that happy. As you see, there goes the ball, and then this man is just, he is disheartened by the outcome of that pitch. He really was hoping it would reach his glove, and it did not. Next batter up, Daniel Vogelbach. Willens took that one a little better, but it's still going out. So we go back-to-back, 13th of the year, 4-3 lead. That guy's shaped like a beer cake. Into the set, Edwin Encarnacion. Let's make it 90 homers on the season for the M's in this one. A 3-run blast there. He's got 13 as well, the Mariners. So much for the sweep in this thing. They win it by a count of 7-4. We got more baseball coming now. Carl Ravitch et.al. in the Chevrolet clubhouse. How about those Twins prospects?
Well, make no mistake about it, what we appear to be learning is that there is some significant separation between the top teams in the American League and then everybody else. And a great example, as you look back on this week, were the Twins going into Seattle, who was the best team for a while, and destroying them 18-4 in a game. What's your take on the AL and what we've learned this week?
I do like the Twins, but I still think the Astros are the best team in baseball. Forget about the AL, but all of baseball. Yeah. So the Astros, to me, are the team to beat in the AL. But you have to see the Yankees. They're getting better.
No
this
doubt.
team, when they get healthy, they're right now kind of middle of the pack in offense in the American League. When they get Judge and Stanton and Gregorius back, they're going to score a whole lot of runs, and that's going to complement the pitching that has done a great job so far this year holding the ship together.
I'm glad you brought it up. There is something about the uniform, and you can speak to it, when a guy like Urshela puts the uniform on, when LeMahieu puts the uniform on. It doesn't happen to everybody, but, boy, it does seem to bring a level of accountability and performance that you may previously have not seen.
Yeah, I think everyone that plays for the Yankees understands you're expected to win a championship. And so you put on that uniform and you go, okay, well, I'm a championship player now. And maybe I didn't have the resume or the opportunity somewhere else, but now I'm a Yankee, I'm expected to win.
And I agree with all of that, but the Twins are legit. Mm-hmm. This is not a mirage. They can mash. Going into today, it's 36 runs in their last 3 games. Going into today, they led the American League in runs scored, tied for the league lead in home runs. You add Nelson Cruz, Jonathan Scope, Marwin Gonzalez to a team that was, close to 500 last year. I left spring training thinking this is the one team that can go from below 500 to the playoffs, and they're way better even than I thought they were going to be.
And the Indians are kind of hovering, but more on the periphery, entering Sunday 5 games in the loss column behind the Twins. That's Tim Kirkshin, Mark Teixeira. I'm Carl Ravitch.
Chevrolet Clubhouse is brought to you by Chevy. Chevy has earned J.D. Power Dependability Awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs.
All right, from the big league diamond to the college softball championship pursuit, Oklahoma goes down, their first loss in 42 games, and it was a couple bunts that did it. How'd that happen?
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro.
Right now at KFC, pick any two of these favorites for only $6. This tasty pair, $6. This tasty pair, $6. $11.95 for these. I'm just mashing your taters. $6. Mix and match any two for only $6 at KFC.
Discover a new wave of refreshment, crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it.
I was driving home through torrential rain when my car was swept into a flash flood.
Why Carrie chose Verizon.
I scrambled up this really big tree, and I knew my wife wouldn't know what was going to happen to me. So I video chat her, and I said, yeah, I'm up in a tree. After about 5 hours, a lot of phone calls with emergency services, they sent a helicopter, picked me up to safety. This network, that giant tree, saved my life.
The network more people rely on gives you more. Like unlimited with Apple Music included, and big savings on our best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
1 under par on a hole is a
birdie.
That's what I'm talking about. And a score of 2 under par is?
Big birdie.
No, it's not that. It's a
turkey vulture.
Ricky, I'm sorry, what, turkey?
Vulture.
Oh, that's turkey. Oh, all right. Go. I'll follow you. Go, 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 go.
Otherwise known as sand trap scavengers. Seen it, covered it. September 29th, 2017. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Every stage needs a star. Every road needs a ruler. Rise above with the Escalade and the uncompromising Cadillac SUVs.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro.
I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. I'm on the mission. Please don't try my teeth, cause you may come up missing.
Warriors Blazers Game 4 on ESPN. Western Conference Finals presented by Google Nest.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. There's a cave nearby, and in it, a simple oil lamp. Your life begins now, Aladdin.
Rated PG, May 24th.
Stop painful grinding with Dentek's new Ultimate Guard. Replace bulky guards with ultra slim protection. Dentek's cushioned bite pads protect all teeth from touching. Ultimate protection and comfort. That's the Dentek difference.
Check out those numbers on your screen, Peloton. Max output. This is gonna feel intense, but it will be worth it at that finish line.
Metrics that challenge you to challenge yourself.
Let's go right now.
Just one part of the best cardio machine on the planet, Peloton.
For thousands of promotional products at great prices, delivered on time. Trust the promotional product experts. Go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
I see what's possible instead of what's here. Others see cracked concrete, run-down courts. I see a way to bring pride back to communities. That's why I made Project Backboard and a site with GoDaddy. How will you make your mark? Make the world you want.
Back college softball NCAA regionals. Oklahoma #1 overall seed in the tournament. Wisconsin, a fantastic state. It's the Badger State, you know. Oklahoma 41-game winning streak. Giselle Juarez pitching for the Sooners. Carolyn Hedgecock lays down the squeeze bunt. Taylor Johnson scores, so it's 1-1, and then Jolie Fish. Sometimes you just got to nickel and dime them. Another run in. Badgers take a 2-1 lead. The upset's brewing. They need to win this game to stay alive. Last chance for OU. That's a little roller out there. Scotty will handle that one. The Sooners fans can't believe this. The 41-game streak snapped, and now they're either a game from advancing or a game from elimination from the whole tournament. Can't have that happen. Keep your chin up, son. This is a good ball club. Grace Green. That's a home run. Get a point for that one. Sooners up 2-0 now. Bottom 7, 2 we got. Last out, last chance for Scotty. Kelly Welsh. Popped up, way up. Who wants it? Oklahoma takes it. Boomer Sooner. They win it 2-0. They advance out of the regionals to the Super Regionals.
All right, back to the Major League Diamond. Indians, Orioles, Shane Bieber on the mound, and he did some things. I mean, he was breaking people off something proper like Grey Worm. Let's pick it up in the first. Slider working against Dwight Smith. That is filthy. Top of the 5th, Austin Wynns. It looks like a fastball when it's coming at you, and then just falls off the face of the earth. Trey Mancini, he couldn't hold his swing. Bieber would strike out 6 with the slider alone. But, he's kind of like the 3-eyed Raven. He had all the answers for the Orioles hitters, and it wasn't just on the slider. Top of the 7th, curveball for Chris Davis. Rio Ruiz, fastball, 95, paint. To the 9th we go. His teammates are pumped. The fans are into it. Looking for his 15th strikeout, career high, and he gets it from Davis. Also, his first career complete game. He's got 184 Ks in 28 career starts with Cleveland, and the Indians rout the Orioles 10-0 on a Sunday afternoon.
Dodgers, Reds, better series in the 70s. LA leading the NL with 30 wins, and there's Hyunjin Ryu, 24 consecutive scoreless innings entering. There he throws one to Joe Votto. Ump says foul tip. It's a debatable call, certainly. Looked like that's right. Joe loses the debate. Go back into the 5th inning. Ryu, Nick Senzel, the rookie, swings through that one. Votto again, no. Ryu scoreless through 5. Jose Iglesias, another strike. That's 30 scoreless innings for Ryu. 7th inning, his last inning of work. But first, we got to get some runs on the board. Cody Bellinger. What kind of a name is Cody? It's a good name if you're a Cowboy or if you're a home run hitter. That's 17 for him, and the Dodgers up 4-0. Ryu back on the mound. He's going to work 7, give up nothing, 5 Ks, so there's symmetry here. He has 31 consecutive scoreless innings. The Dodgers have 31 wins. 8-3 is your final there. Aunt Rose always told me, go to Rome. I'm going to go to Rome. Finals the Italian Open. Rafa Nadal, Novak Djokovic. First set, Nadal led one love, and then he just kept pouring it on. Took the first set, 6-love, a bagel. First time, open air record, 54 meetings, 142nd set against each other. Then Nadal 1-1 without allowing a game. And Nadal racing back here. Djokovic, the overhead. That's got to be disappointing. Djokovic here, second set, leads 5-4 and add. But the Joker, I like to call him DJ Okovic because I'm hip that way. We go to a 3rd set now. Nadal advantage in the first game. They're on clay. That's sort of Nadal's thing. We'll watch that one. And as you see, Djokovic less than pleased with his performance. So Nadal, he's getting ready to go next week, start playing in that French Open. He wins that all the time. And he will win in Rome for the 9th time. When he was good, he was really good. How about the sets he won? Love and won.
Unbelievable! Are you kidding me? It might be the play of the year. Oh, my goodness! Look out! Deep
Sensational! That's their DNA! SportsCenter Top 10.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The visionary Lexus NX.
Lease the 2019 NX 300 for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Ace.
The best time to buy a grill from our exclusive lineup of premium brands.
Get free assembly and free delivery on grills $399 and up, plus free fuel.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This would be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal with your choice of double the seasoned beef or slow-cooked shredded chicken, plus a medium drink. The $5 Grande Nachos Box, only at Taco Bell.
Before opening day, the crew at T-Mobile Park made countless calls, getting everything ready for baseball. A trucker used his GPS to make sure the new signs got there in time. And the grounds crew sent 17 texts to double-check every detail. But when the sun set, they put down their phones and gave the game to the people who loved it most.
Typically a complex process here, but of course, Fowler making it look easy. Great stance, confident. Here we go. He's got the details and he's making the approach. Yes, he's approved. Well played, Ricky.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender.
Baseball's coming at you in a big way.
That's huge!
With MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV. Catch up to 90 out-of-market games a week, no matter where you live. That's every team, every player, every larger-than-life moment. Even watch up to 8 games at once on one channel. And with MLB.TV included, stream the season's biggest plays on any screen for the most big league action anywhere. Order MLB Extra Innings on DirecTV.
When you rent a car on Turo, you're renting from a real person. No shuttle rides, no waiting in line, and no wandering a car lot. This is your rental counter. And this is you, already on the road. With Turo, this is compact, standard, and full size. This is better than your typical car rental. This is Turo. Download the app today.
When the world is watching and you need your logo to be perfect, you need certainty. At 4imprint, we give you the ultimate guarantee. Because when something has your logo on it, it matters. To you, your customers, your coworkers, and to us. Our wide selection always changes to keep up with the latest trends. But there is one thing we delivered that's timeless: certainty. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
With so many mattresses out there, how do you know which one is really the best? Just look at how the Purple Smart Comfort Grid, made from a super comfy yet ultra supportive material called hyperelastic polymer, cradled those unfertilized chickies.
Purple's unique design cradles your pressure points and redistributes support to the rest of your body for maximum comfort and support.
Purple's Memorial Day sale is here. For a limited time, get $100 off and free Purple sheets.
We are back. SportsCenter's top plays. We're at number 10, Fred. And sometimes, Michael, I just like to let the international cricket wash over me.
Yeah.
When it comes on. You got Pakistan and England and
okay.
That is spectacular.
Okay.
England won by 54 runs. Behind the back, right there. He's on it. Graceful.
Number 9, Dodgers Reds. Former Dodger, Yasiel Puig down right, field line, and up. Oh, that looked like that hurt.
That's got rib injury on it, doesn't
it? I mean, bruised elbow, all kind of stuff. Dodgers win the game, though, 8-3.
Right, none of it good. Number 8 here, Bucks Raptors. Brook Lopez, he's inside, a bit slow of foot, in time for Pascal Siakam to come over and decide that that's not going to happen.
Number 7, Giants Diamondbacks. Brandon Crawford, diving stop, and then watch the pick from Brandon Belt. Nice plays on both ends of this 6-4, or 6-3, sorry. Giants win at 3-2. Too many numbers in baseball, like I said earlier.
They can swamp you. Number 6, college lacrosse, NCAA quarterfinals, Yale Penn. Winner goes to the Final Four to face Penn State. John Donagelis up there in the upper right corner. Yale won an OT 19-18.
Number 5, PGA Championship, the par 3 here at Bethpage Black. 17th hole, wind was blowing. This is Lucas Beauregard from 206 yards away. Bouncing in, riding the stick down to the bottom of the cup. He tied for 16th. Not bad.
All right, number 4, his playing partner, Lucas Glover.
Yeah.
Right, didn't he win the Open at Bethpage?
2009.
Out of the bunker. Now, I'm not exactly sure how making a 2 Get you ahead of the guy making a 1.
That was a damn good 2, though.
It's a very nice 2, but you know what it's not? A 1.
It's not an ace.
2 is
Fair.
1 more than 1.
Number 3, Men's World Championship Hockey, Germany, USA. Check out Dylan Larkin with the goal, but the pass set it up as well. USA's been playing so well in this event, and they win this game over Germany 3-1.
Number 2, college baseball, K-State, KU. We got a ground ball up the middle. Kansas's Benjamin Sims makes the diving stop. Look at Sims, good work. Then he gets it over there. Good stretch from Dylan Ditzenberger. I think you can get a Ditzenberger over the wheel in Lawrence. I think they have that on the menu. KU swept the doubleheader from their Sunflower State rival.
Number 1, the Oxford Regional Softball. Louisiana, Ole Miss. Kylan Becker,
somebody get it,
up against the wall, robs the home run, and then doubles up the runner at first. Ole Miss wins at 5-4. They move on to the Super Regional. Well, it took 2 OTs, but the Raptors finally roar in Toronto. How they stop Giannis and the Bucks for their first win of the series. Tim Legler, Michael Wilbon in the building. You're watching SportsCenter.
Hi, I'm Fatima, and I love my crunch.
Delicious 100% real chocolate embracing the lightness of crispy rice. Crunch, the chocolate bar all Americans love.
She's changing.
And what? The X-Men fear you. And what they fear, they destroy. That would be a bad idea.
Dark Phoenix, rated PG-13. Tickets on sale now.
Plants capture CO2. What if other kinds of plants captured it too? We could help lower emissions if industrial plants could be a little more like plants.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar. Get more out of Zero.
Hi. Most people know me for my award-winning comedy, but I also used to be a doctor.
It's just like most people know State Farm for home and auto insurance. We've also won 5 J.D. Power Awards in a row for life insurance.
I don't know how you got those in there, but I'm impressed.
Now what?
I don't know.
Life insurance you didn't expect from the company you know you can trust. State Farm.
Make the big leap, even if you have doubts. Take small steps, especially if they're easy. Wash your beard daily to reduce gray gradually. And be open to new firsts like Control GX, the first and only gray-reducing beard wash. Be the better man you are and look the part.
Tonight, you landed enough Wyndham Rewards points to land in that oh-so-alluring place in your screensaver.
See you soon, Hammock.
Jealous. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you triumph.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu is here. So many flavors like new brownie dough and back again, cotton candy.
It's worth the wait, though.
Seriously.
DQ, happy tastes good.
It's time for some straight talk. You love your phone.
I have something to tell you, something really special.
But you hate the big bill.
You know, we've been together for 6 years, and I think that...
Enough already, I'm done.
Ditch the bill with the Straight Talk Wireless SIM Kit and keep your phone, 4G LTE network, and number for up to 50% less. Text KYOP to 611611 to see if your phone is compatible.
Why haven't I switched?
Switch to who?
Get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month, no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Experience the style, craftsmanship, and technology that have made the RX the leading luxury SUV of all time.
Lease the 2019 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Three wishes, right?
Don't miss Disney's Aladdin in theaters Friday, rated PG, and see wishes come true in the Western Conference Finals.
All right, Monday night after Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, don't miss SportsCenter with Bucci and Levy. Player reaction, plus Doris Burke from the court. Tim Legler on what's next for the Warriors, and Eli Manning on the upcoming season and rookie quarterback Daniel Jones. SportsCenter after Warriors Blazers, ESPN and the ESPN app.
Get up! It's not just a call to get out of bed, it's an actual show. Greeny and crew there. Take a look at what Brooks Koepka accomplished. A Tiger never has. They presume he never will. That's why the Warriors aren't missing KD. Wouldn't say we're missing him. Richard Jefferson, Jay Williams in studio breakdown Bucks Raptors Game 3, which, again, Tim Legler loved. Some of us who watched it thought, hey, how about just making a shot once in a while? Keep my interest.
I thought the game was kind of dusty. What do you think? Just a little bit?
I find you're obsessed with the